Welcome everybody to Kitchenorama. Hope you all enjoyed your Christmas and getting ready for the New Year's. If I'm not in the kitchen, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. Follow me so we can stay connected. Now that Christmas is done and dusted and I have some time before the second round of desserts for the New Year's, I crave for some spicy masala idli, which is quick, instant, very healthy and spicy to change my taste buds. For this recipe, you need 1 cup of each semolina. You need Ragi flour, or which is finger millet flour that I'm using, about 1 tablespoon of salt, and using a whisk, blend it all well together. These are the only 3 dry ingredients you will be needing for your recipe. Once that is all well combined, you need about 1 cup of yogurt. I'm using whole milk yogurt here. You can use any yogurt. Make sure your yogurt is a little bit sour. If it's not, or you're using Greek yogurt, add about half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, if you've used regular yogurt, go ahead and mix it all well up together with smaller amounts of water. Now, you want to add roughly about 1 cup of water to this entire mixture. Now, the cup that I am mentioning is the Instant Pot cup. Start gradually adding water. You want to make sure that the batter's consistency is not too thin or runny, or it's not too bulky or chalky, but it's a little thicker than your pancake batter. Set it aside for about 30 minutes, and meanwhile, get some water at the bottom of your Instant Pot container. Put a trivet on top of it. And then what you really need to steam these idlis are something called as the idli plates. Now, if you don't have these, you can use some stainless steel bowls and that would work perfectly fine too. But I would highly recommend the idli plates. You can find them at the Indian grocery store. Now, that's the consistency of your batter that you're looking for. This batter has been sitting for 30 minutes. I have greased the idli plates with some cooking oil. You can use butter or ghee, your choice, and I'm going to take roughly about one serving spoon size of batter and place it in 4 equal portions on every single plate. Now, as you can see, these plates have smaller holes on it, which allows the steam to penetrate through the batter and steam it through and through. I stack the plates one on top of each other, and then I pick the whole stack and place it on top of the trivet in the Instant Pot. Go ahead, put the lid back on, seal the pressure valve, and turn the steam mode on, which roughly runs about 10 minutes. While your idlis is steaming, go ahead, take a shallow bottom pan or a wok if you may have. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, and to that you're going to add 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds, and once your seeds start spluttering, you're going to go ahead and add about 1 medium-sized onions chopped. You're going to give it a good stir. At this point, you're going to go ahead and add roughly about another tablespoon of salt. Adding salt helps caramelizing your onions better. You don't want any raw taste. And roughly about half to 1 big tomato chopped. Go ahead and place a gentle lid on top of it so that the moisture oozes out and your onions and tomatoes start mushing up. Then you have the choice of adding any vegetables you would like. I go with smaller sized chopped vegetables like carrots, peas, corn, or if you have baby peppers, you can always chop them up. Now, always try to chop my vegetables in different shapes and sizes just to add a little extra texture and dimension to my recipe. Once everything is mixed up well, start adding your condiments. Half tablespoon of turmeric, half tablespoon of red paprika, about half tablespoon of coriander powder, and give it a good mix. You can always adjust salt according to your taste. And once everything comes together, go ahead and place a lid gently on top of it and cook it roughly about 5 minutes. You want to make sure nothing burns at the bottom, so if you need to stir it occasionally, do it. Once your steam mode is done, vent off the extra steam. Be very careful. And then once the steam lets off, open up the Instant Pot lid. Again, be very careful. The steam is nice and warm. You don't want to burn yourself. And as you can touch the top of your idli plate, you see that it's nice and cooked. Set it aside. You want to make sure that your entire idli plates have cooled off before you try scooping these idlis out. They will not rise up because they don't have baking soda, and they are not going to look like your regular idlis, but trust me, these are very delicious and very healthy. A lot of people like to not eat ragi idlis because they don't have good taste. But I have chopped them into some triangles here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and toss it into all the vegetable masala that I made. Now adding this masala to ragi idlis just makes them so delicious and tasty. This is a quick instant recipe. You don't have to make any chutneys, any dips to go with it. It is healthy, quick, instant, and loaded with vegetables. Enjoy with your friends and family before we whip up something sweet for the New Year's. If you're enjoying my recipes, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. See you soon.